Good morning and happy Thursday, everyone. We're so excited to be back. So, Tom and I have been gone for a few weeks and it feels good to be back. And what better way to come back than to be with our friend Sia Hurst from 60 Living, all the way from Greece. So, we're excited to have a really great program for you today. First, just a little bit of housekeeping. So, we have Jesse and Tiffany are in the chat feed and they will help us moderate. If you have questions, please ask your questions. We just ask that you would preface those with 3 question marks and end with 3 question marks. That just helps your questions pop out for my husband, Tom, who will be moderating, as well as Tiffany and Jesse, because we do want to answer your questions and we love to have interaction with you. And, we love the community that we've made here that we can do that. And we're going to be talking all about community today. So as I said, we have Sia Hurst with us today from 6D Living. As you all know, she leads the modified intermittent fasting programs that I have had the great pleasure of participating in. We also have Kathy Taylor here with us. She is also in Greece. She has a wonderful, inspiring story that she is going to share with you. She is a true inspiration. We have pictures to show, and she's going to share about her journey and about how community has been so important for her in this journey, plant-based journey, as well as Sia's husband, Dominic, is here, and he is going to be sharing. They are at a retreat in Greece, and he is going to be sharing with us the beautiful place that they've been staying at and the gorgeous scenery. So to get started, I think we're going to put Kathy and Dominic in the waiting room, and we're going to visit a little bit with Sia, and then we'll be bringing them back in during the program. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Welcome, Sia.
Hi, Tami. Good to be back with you. How are you doing?
Look, I'm great. Look at you, all tan, relaxed, in a sexy top, looking great. You guys, it just looks like you're having the best time.
Do you know, just summer, early summer in Greece, beautiful weather, amazing people here at the villa, great community coming together, and honestly, the sea. So we are swimming and eating lovely, gorgeous foods and visiting islands and touring the city and really just having a lovely time connecting with one another after 3 long years of COVID, right? Just complete isolation. So it is an amazing, amazing thing to be with people and share wonderful, wonderful adventures and amazing food.
Well, and community is what we're going to be talking about today. That's kind of our main topic today.
That's right.
And I loved when you and I were talking earlier this week about today's program, and I loved what you said, and I wrote it down, that community is the cornerstone of everything we are doing.
Yes.
I love that. And it's true. It isn't the kind of thing that we can do alone.
It really isn't. It really isn't. Because it's new to all of us. We're all learning. We're searching for new ideas. We're searching for ways to connect with like-minded people. I mean, Tami, and I know from the people, in our communities that are expressing themselves, a lot of people are alone in this journey. Perhaps their families aren't doing the same idea. So the kitchens are even muddled with different ideas of nutrition. Perhaps even families are a little aggressive and saying, why are you doing this? And that's crazy. And ooh. And then there's the isolation socially, right? Because how do we go out to eat? How do we socialize? How do we find these connections? And it's easy to feel really alone and just stop trying, really. And then you revert back to the old ways. And so it's up to you and me and all of us watching right now and listening to really connect with one another, to connect and reach out and say, I'm here, and let's meet up and let's talk and let's experience this. Let's read a book together. Let's have a Greek adventure together. but let's do it together and remind one another that we're not alone, and we're okay in doing this, and we can thrive that way. So yeah, we're building community every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the catalyst, right, for you to start the 6D Living
Oh,
website and all of your online community, because you
yeah,
were alone there in Greece. You didn't know anybody who was doing this, eating plant-based.
you're right. You're right. And I still don't here in Greece. I have connections. Now I'm connected with beautiful plant loving people all around the world and very few in Greece. So, we need to change that, of course. But I was so alone. I came back from True North. As you guys all know, we've talked about this before. I got back, I was excited. I'd been connecting with people and learning so much and enriching and really improving my health. And then I got back and I thought, oh, now what? What are the recipes? What are the next steps? How do I go shopping? How do I fill my pantry? How do I prep my kitchen? And then I found the community online. I thought, let's build more. Let's make more connections. So yeah, 6D was born. And our community now is strong. And we've got the book club and the programs. And in the fall, we're going to have a new health coach joining us and new book clubs. It's really exciting. And it just shows us how much we need this and how much we need to be there for one another to do these things, because there's a great need out there, and you can see it from the sheer numbers. Look at your community, Tami and Tom, how much you give them in helping them to transition and to keep it up and make beautiful food and those salads and the salad bowl. It's amazing what you've done for thousands of people around the world. And that's community. And we just all need to do that in our little ways, right? In our little
Oh,
ways.
absolutely. And,
Yeah.
it's been just a wonderful thing to have the online community during the
Oh,
pandemic. Little did
mm.
we know, how much we were going to all be depending on those connections online. That's been incredible.
Do you remember even what, 3.5 years ago? Did you know what Zoom meant?
I know.
You know,
Right.
now it's a verb, it's a noun, it's a thing we do. We all know Zoom. We Zoom. I have a Zoom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about the online community opportunities that you have for people with the 6D living.
Fantastic, fantastic. So right now, as all of you know, and you, Tami, you and Tom, and your community are well aware, we do a lot of modified fasting programs. So we have 2 of those every month, and we'll continue to do 2 every month. They're 10-day programs, and that everybody who does a program gets connected with WhatsApp group, and that's ongoing after the program. That community never leaves you. There are check-ins, we connect daily, we have lots of readings. So those programs are really, really good. New programs are coming, don't worry. They're all sold out except for September has a couple of spots. I will be adding October, November, and December by June 15th. So that's the big thing. June 15th, all the new schedule comes out, all the new modified fasting programs. We're going to have a brand new health coach joining us. Miss Carla Hoffman will be coming on board with us at 6D, and she's going to be a personal health coach. She'll be also running a different new program we're going to have, which will be Introduction to 6D Living. So she's going to be doing intermittent fasting, focused whole plant nutrition, but also introducing and encouraging a little development in each of the 6 dimensions of our lives. So at the same time, we're connecting with one another. We're really connecting with ourselves and bringing more balance into our lives, which is a real connection, is that within as well. So she's going to be doing that. We have a book club right now that still has space. We're going to be reading Your Body in Balance. If we start mid-June, and there's still space. The link's in the description. Tom told me he put the link in there for you guys.
Yeah.
So you can click on that, and there's room on the Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday group. So we meet weekly and read a book, learn together, crap test all the science together to make sure that what we're learning is truth and not hype, so that we can move forward in a positive, healthy way, and encourage one another to do that.
So since I haven't done the book club with you, Sia, that's through a Zoom call. You do the
Of
Zoom.
course, it's a Zoom call.
And that way-
Everything's a Zoom
Yeah.
call.
And that way everybody can participate.
Absolutely.
And get to know one another. And so, I really encourage people, if you live somewhere where you don't have any connection or your family isn't doing plant-based, do consider doing one of these online programs. And the book club is, do you have a fee for that, or?
Yeah, it's $15 or €15, sorry, to register for the book club. And that will meet, like, your body in balance will run for 13 weeks. We will meet once a week for about an hour as a group. You get regular weekly emails with supplemental things to read. And there's a WhatsApp group for the book club itself. So even if you're on a Wednesday group, you will meet everybody in all 4 of the groups that happen. So each group is held down to, we have a max of 20 participants in any book club, so that during any one meeting, everyone has an opportunity to speak, to be heard, to express their ideas, their questions, and to encourage dialogue amongst the members. At the same time, we want the community to be very diverse. So each of those 20 member groups are together in the forum and in the WhatsApp chat group and discussing the ideas. And here's another reading, and I found this neat video. And so the community grows like that. Yeah. So that's what you get with the book club. Yeah.
And the other thing about it, okay, so, I think it was the first intermittent fasting group that I joined with you, I met a friend who doesn't live very far from me. And so that kind of thing happens too, where you get on there and then you go, oh, I used to live in that town that you live in now. And you might end up, and so you have that connection with somebody, or it could be somebody that lives in the same town that you live in. And all of a sudden you find out you really aren't the only one eating plant-based.
Do you know that happened? That actually happened. 2 women met in the book club, and they lived like 2 towns apart. And now they meet up for lunches and outings and things like that.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. That absolutely happens, which I think is wonderful. It's an opportunity to meet your neighbor, really.
Yeah.
Far
Absolutely.
or near.
Or you can become friends with people who live all over the world, which is, which is really exciting. And it's amazing. I have to say, I used to think that in order to connect with people and be friends with people, that you needed to be able to hang out with them, in your real time, in your own community. And that's not true at all. I mean, we are close friends now with so many people that we've never gotten to see in person.
Absolutely. So true. Do you know another thing that Zoom affords us? The ability to listen. Because video is not forgiving of overlapping voices. So when we're in a room with people, we tend to, oh yeah, well, tell me about that. And conversations stop and they get on top and on top. In Zoom, we've learned to pause and listen and allow the person to really express themselves fully before interjecting with the thought that we have in our heads. So I think there are some benefits to this connectedness that we're defining for ourselves right now.
Oh yeah, we're learning all kinds of new things, aren't we?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, that's a very good point, because it does cause us to stop and listen. Yeah, we were at a dinner last night, and and everybody starts talking across the table, and you've got all these different conversations going, and my brain just is not able to filter through all that. I'm just like, I can't do this.
It's overwhelming.
It can be. It can be.
It can be.
So I just want to remind everybody that all of the links to all the book club, the intermittent fasting, all the new programs, all the links for everything are in the description underneath the YouTube video. So there's either a down arrow depends on what device you're on, or it might say more. So you either click on that down arrow or the more in order to see all of the links that we have posted for Sia's projects that she has coming up. Well,
Awesome.
what else, anything more you want to share right now about
No, I think probably your community is, and rightly so, quite interested in hearing from your other guests tonight as well. And I'll pop back later and let people answer some questions if anyone
Okay.
has any, and talk about upcoming programs as well, a new book club, all of that in the fall. And I'll be back.
Okay, sounds good. We're
All right.
gonna bring Kathy on right
Okay.
now. We'll see you in a little bit. See ya.
Okay.
This is so much fun. So Tom's gonna bring Kathy back in. Here she is. Hi, Kathy Taylor.
Hi, Tami. Good to see you again.
Yes, so good to see you. So you are in Greece with Sia.
Oh,
And how does that compare to Utah? Because you come from a beautiful state. We just happened to be on vacation in Utah.
well, Utah is gorgeous with the mountains and the lake, but being next to the Mediterranean Sea with all the different shades of turquoise and blue and these hills, I'm looking out, I'm on a balcony at the villa and looking out at these houses that are going up the side of the hill, and they're just gorgeous and lots of flowers. So this is a beautiful world we live in, but we're being spoiled here in Greece.
You are. Oh, Tom's he wants you to move your camera. I
Hey,
think.
Kathy, we have a technical thing. The sun is shining right on your lens. So, and it's making it's washing you out. So you see the sun is hitting.
Oh,
there,
perfect.
there.
Perfect.
Yeah, we got to keep, and then we need to scooch you over a little bit.
Yeah. Any better?
Yes, that's
Perfect.
great.
Okay. Yeah, the sunshine was right on the lens, which was giving us an extra effect. So.
Well, that old sun won't sit still for me. So
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, Kathy, I know that today you're prepared to share with us a bit about your journey into becoming plant-based and getting healthy and so forth. So I'm going to let you get started. And I think Tom has a picture to put up. And you and Sia, maybe you should tell that you and Sia, how you and Sia met, where you met.
well, Sia and I met about almost 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I guess, at True North Health Center. She was there and I was there October, November of 2019. And Sia is just one of those magnetic personalities with a 1,000-watt light bulb personality. And she just scooped me up as one of her friends. She collects friends. And we've been meeting on Zoom for the last 2.5 years, doing book clubs and meeting together as a group of 4 friends on weekly Zoom calls. And it's been delightful.
Yeah, what a treasure for both of you. And as I understand it, you're going to be leading one of the book clubs.
I am. I'm really excited about it. I have lost over 200 pounds, but I still have at least 50 more to go. And so I'm excited that we get to focus on the book, How Not to Diet by Dr. Michael Greger, because I want to be the guinea pig and experiment, deep dive into the research on weight loss and maintaining optimal health, well, getting to optimal health, optimal weight loss, and then maintaining that weight. So that's my goal. I'm excited that we get to work together and read that book and discuss and make connections with other people.
And the wonderful thing is it's the same diet, whether you want to lose weight or, reverse some health issue or just have optimal health. It's the same diet.
I know, it's exciting.
Yeah. Okay. So Tom, I think you have a picture of Sia with her parents, or Kathy with her parents.
Yes, my parents are wonderful people. They're in heaven now, but they were overweight. And you ask yourself, Now I'm overweight. Is that heredity? Am I predisposed to being overweight? Well, probably. But more than that, it's the habits that we create. And I grew up, I was born in Boston, lived all over the United States, but the relatives are from Georgia. And I went to elementary, high school there. And I learned poor eating habits. I ate a lot of high fat food and a lot of processed foods, and taught school for many years and didn't learn how to cook. So I ate out a lot, and fast food, oil, salt, and sugar did not do me well. I have 5 brothers, and as you can see from this picture, we all love the food and we all developed those habits. And I got more, I soared to over 415 pounds because I stopped weighing at that point and went on a cruise after that. So who knows how much I weighed. But my life, my quality of life kept deteriorating, and I was just so miserable. I was, here's a list of the problems I had. Humiliation is a huge one. I got up to a size 5X. I had diabetes, high blood pressure, depression. I was on medication for all of these things: back pain, arthritis, knee pain, surgery, fallen arches, arthritis, reflux, on and on and on and on and on. And it all stemmed from a poor diet. I tried every diet under the sun, started dieting really early. I remember going to the hospital and getting shots when I was 15 every morning before school. I can't remember what kind of shots, weight loss shots. Anyway, with the food, really, you just gain it back. You can't maintain these 500 calorie diets. You can't maintain basically any diet unless you're eating whole food, plant-based. My parents were well-intentioned, and I wanted to be successful. In my career, I was very successful. I have a master's degree and honors and awards with my work. But with weight loss, I kept losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, and just being a failure over and over again. And that just, it hurts you. It damages your self-esteem. But my well, let me back up just a little bit. After trying so many different diets, I decided I would try for weight loss surgery. So I had lap band surgery and lost 30 pounds, then stopped losing weight and learned how to just drink my calories and gained weight after that. And then 2 years later, the lap band broke into pieces inside me and I got blood poisoning, nearly died. It was not a good thing. I don't recommend weight loss surgery. I lost my career because I was in the hospital for a long time. I lost my savings. I lost, because insurance doesn't pay for any of that, by the way, Tami. And basically I lost hope and gained a lot of weight back, more weight after that. And you get discouraged. And somewhere in that time, I saw a TV show called Extreme Weight Loss. I don't know if you've seen it, but a young man in my town was on that, and he had lost over 200 pounds. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try again. If Bruce can do this, Bruce Pitcher, that I will, give it a try. And I signed up with the University of Colorado because that's where they filmed the TV show. Did a year-long program with them and lost 100 pounds. It was a wonderful thing. I was teaching classes and getting my friends and neighbors to cook this way. And I learned a ton. I learned to record my food, eat a lot more vegetables, but it was a high protein diet. And that never sat well with me. And I'm allergic to dairy and they recommended a lot of yogurt. And I had sinus infections, like 4 a year, and so many antibiotics. But anyway, gained that weight back and felt like a hypocrite after that. And then my nephew and his little wife came to visit, and they were on this weird hippie diet, Tami. They were eating vegetables and fruit. And I was so worried about them. I thought, where are you going to get your protein? You're just young. Don't ruin your lives. Anyway, they had me watch Forks Over Knives. Well, that made a huge difference. And it just fascinated me that you could use food as medicine, that you could heal
Yeah.
chronic illnesses. Like you said, the same diet that can reverse heart disease can reverse diabetes. And anyway, so then that fascinated me. I wanted to learn about all the doctors like Greger and Esselstyn, and started watching YouTube videos from all of them, and I thought, it's all about the food. And if I don't know how to cook this food, I'm in trouble. So I started watching your cooking videos, and Tami, they were so helpful to me because you're such a clear, patient teacher, and you go through the steps, not just once, but more than once. And I needed repetition because I did not learn how to cook. And Dylan Holmes and Jill Dalton and Crocs in the Kitchen, I probably watched 1,000 cooking videos. And I learned that I had to trust the science, but I had to trust myself to apply the science, and just hope and trust that I would be able to have success. And it's almost like this happened to somebody else, because I look back and think that wasn't that hard. But yeah, I put in place a lot of different things. And one of the huge things I put in place was a support system. After reading about the whole food plant-based program, I've had daily prayer and scripture study as part of my support system all along. And I write a little bit in a gratitude journal. And from the State of Slim, I learned about planning and meal prep and food logs, but doing an overhaul of my environment, getting the junk out. But when I read The Pleasure Trap with Dr. Goldhammer and Dr. Lyle, they talked about the motivational triad. You need, what is it? Avoiding pain, seeking pleasure, and conserving energy. And that the food that we eat, that our bodies were set up to eat, was seeking the most highly concentrated amount of calories so that we could sustain life through scarcity. But I don't live in a time of scarcity. I live in a time of abundance. And so the rich foods that I was eating were killing me. But it was so comforting to me, Tami, that there wasn't something wrong with me mentally. That's not why I kept gaining the weight. I was gaining weight because I was eating the wrong food. And so now that I'm eating whole food, plant-based, I'm able to lose the weight, eat delicious foods and tons of it, and still lose weight and continue to lose weight. But things that helped me, I after reading The Pleasure Trap, learned about True North Health Center, and I got to learn to meet Sia and other friends that I'm still buddies with. And bless her heart, Sia set up the book club, which has been tremendous. Getting a good base of knowledge and information about the science has helped me. And I decided that I love to travel. I know you do too. And trips are rewards for me. So I decided I would go to True North every 6 months, because I had, 250 pounds to lose and needed that reinforcement. And so I took out loans and went to True North every 6 months. But the real support on a day-to-day basis was the book club and working with Sia on the modified fasting programs. I've done quite a few of those, and aren't those powerful? Having an hour and a half together, hour and a half together every day for 10 days, and just focusing on health, so powerful. And then I got an accountability buddy. I have walking buddies. I have cooking buddies. And in my town, I Googled whole food, plant-based doctors, and they came up with a list of those. And come to find out, we had 3 potluck dinners, one a week. I was invited by by Chef Bravo to tell my story, and he let me be a production assistant on his last class. The whole program was on how to succeed at home on a whole food plant-based diet. So
And
I'm
look at you in that picture, Kathy. Sorry to interrupt you, but look at you in that picture. You're half the size that you used to be.
Isn't that exciting? It
Yes,
can
look at you.
happen.
You look fantastic.
Miracles happen in modern day, and it all has to do with the food. It's the food, it's the food, but it also has to do with the friends and support you have. And you might not have somebody in your house that supports you, but you can find a friend. And Sia has provided a platform for us to get lots of friends. But I just want to reassure everybody, I made tons of mistakes, and I would lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. But over time, I lost over 200 pounds. So don't expect it to be perfect. Don't expect your every choice to be perfect, because if you're ever going to go out to eat again, you're not going to necessarily find whole food plant-based. Life is messy, and we're going to mess up and we're going to fail, but we can keep going. We can figure it out. You have to decide why you want to lose weight, why you want to be healthy. But now, Tami, I can dance, I can hike. I climbed up to the top of Delphi, and it was thousands of stairs. I could not have done that 2 years ago.
No.
And swimming and dancing and playing and traveling to Greece. So life is full and exciting and getting better, because I'm not going to give up on this, because it's too fun and the food is too delicious. And I'll keep watching you for tips and tricks.
Well, you know, your story is so inspirational. So people are saying that you look beautiful, that you're radiant, you're such an inspiration. Kathy Taylor, what a triumph. Thank you for sharing your joy with us. It's wonderful. And I have to say, when I read The Pleasure Trap too, Kathy, that was like a light bulb moment for me too, because I really thought that I was broken. I thought something was wrong with me, that I couldn't lose the weight and keep it off. I could lose the weight. I could go on any diet and lose the weight, but I couldn't keep it off. I couldn't sustain it. So I felt like you. It was like, I'm not broken. I'm just eating the wrong food.
Well, overweight people do not, and obese people don't lack willpower. I've lost 100 pounds 3 times, but it's, if you're eating the wrong food, you are addicted. And so now I can pass by. We went past bakeries today, and I thought, I don't even want that. That is such a change. Such a huge change. But I have to tell you about this top. We went shopping. Well, we've been to different islands, and all the girls here, they're 2 men, bless their souls. They've been so patient with us, but the girls do lots of shopping. And by the way, Dominic is a fabulous shopper. Oh my gosh, he looks good in those linen shirts and shorts he got, and his little dapper hat. But anyway, the girls have been going shopping, and I don't know if you saw this, but European sizes are smaller. Some of the girls who usually buy small and medium clothes were barely fitting into extra large sizes. And I thought, I'm not even going to try anything on, because there's no way I'm fitting into that stuff. So I was watching everybody shop, and Sia came over to me with this top and said, I want you to try this on. And I said, no, but it fits. Oh my gosh. I bought something off the rack in Europe, and I went outside and started crying. I was just sobbing on the sidewalk. And I thought, miracles happen in modern day, and it can happen for ordinary people. You don't have to be a millionaire to do this. You just have to learn to cook some vegetables and some meat and potatoes.
And potatoes. And it's a beautiful color on you. And it looks great with your headband.
Oh, my little Greek headband.
Anyway. Yeah, it's beautiful. So I'm crying for you. I'm so happy for you, Kathy. And I just want to thank you so much for being willing to share your story. Thank you, Tom, to share your story with our audience. I know that many people have connected to your story today, and you've given them hope and inspiration, and you just make us all feel good about being part of this. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Tami. Love you.
Love you too. And let's bring Sia back. Now I'm gonna cry.
Kathy's inspirational.
Oh,
So,
definitely. I just
definitely.
love hearing success stories,
Yeah. And she's a warrior. She sticks with it, steadfast. She's tenacious. She's
Yeah.
committed to her health, and she's forgiving of herself, which is so important. I'm so glad that she shared the fact that we fail. We
Mhm.
all fail sometimes, or fall short, or even those words, they hurt. How
Mhm.
about we're just not perfect, right? We're just not going to be perfect. And that's okay. And we just do the best we can, all of us, even when we're posting on our socials, like this is the perfect food and I'm in the perfect place and this is the perfect size. And, and because I'm small, I'm happy and and look how perfect it all is. It's not so perfect. People aren't so perfect as the little photos. So sometimes that can bring pressure on others and say, well, if I can't do it all, if I can't be perfect, why try? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if you try a little bit, you're going to get a little bit better. And if you connect with someone a little bit, you're going to feel a little more enriched and a little more secure and a little happier and a little more loved. And it all translates to let's try a little more, try a little more. And before you know it, I don't know, you're living a B+ life. Yeah. You know that thing, the Excelsis square, where you got like the A's and the F's and the foods are in the categories. A+ is, I don't know, a shot of wheatgrass, some alfalfa sprouts and a glass of water, A+. And an F is, cheese pizza and a burger and a beer. F. I'm going to be in the middle. I'm going to live a B+
Yeah.
life. I'm not going to try to be an A student every day. And I'm just going to try not to fail and just try to get that nice average so that I can allow myself to be traveling in this world, to be human, to try, to make mistakes, to learn, and never have regrets. Because we learn, we grow, and we keep moving. So Kathy is an inspiration to all of us here at the Villa, to all of us at the 6D community. And she's a warrior, and she'll do it, and she'll keep doing it. And she will be an amazing book club moderator for How Not to Diet, because she knows how not to diet.
Yeah.
And she knows how to. She's great. So anyone interested in that, signups will be open in the middle of June. That'll start in August. And I really encourage anyone who's struggling with weight or eating issues or ideas that aren't healthy for you to consider joining Kathy for those 19 weeks of an amazing journey with Dr. Greger and his book. So
Yeah, I think that's great. And it's such a good point too, Sia, because we don't have to be perfect. It's okay. We live in a society where there's temptation at every turn. And so, we don't live in a society that supports healthy eating. And so, and we all know from Dr. Doug Lisle and reading about the pleasure trap, how addictive those foods are and how powerful they are, even when you think, well, I'm not going to succumb to that. Sometimes we do, sometimes we fail, sometimes but it doesn't matter that happens. It just matters that we get back up and keep trying. You wanted to say something, Tom?
Oh, well, do you recall, in terms of it's impossible to be perfect. And Tami have had that conversation because she's always striving for perfection, and it's sometimes a challenge to try to keep up with her striving. But I never have described myself as perfect. How do I describe myself? Do you recall?
Will you say it?
No, I want you to say it.
No, yeah.
I've always bragged to Tami with regard to my participation in her life as being nearly perfect.
Nearly
Nobody's
perfect.
perfect, so I'm simply nearly perfect.
No pressure. No pressure. Nearly perfect.
And with that, I'm going to exit stage left.
Stage left.
Yeah, well, I see you and I were talking about this earlier this week, that I used to have all or nothing thinking. And so in regards to how I ate and whether I was on a diet. So if I was on a diet, I was, really striving to be 100% perfect. And so then if I had a day where I failed at being perfect, that would cause me to decide to have a binge and, just go crazy, fall off the wagon, as they say, and go crazy because I had that all or nothing thinking. I either had to be perfect or just horrible. And
That's
I
right.
didn't, there was no middle ground for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And, what I've discovered since doing whole food plant-based and just learning more about the psychology of it, listening to a lot of Dr. Doug Lyle's work, reading The Pleasure Trap, is that I don't have to be perfect. It's
No.
okay if I have a few days where my food choices are not, stellar. It's okay. It's what we
Yeah.
do consistently that is going to have the biggest impact on our health and our weight. It's not what we do occasionally. And so I
Right.
always tell people that is the same, when you're trying to reverse disease, when you're trying to lose weight, the more consistent you can be with the healthy choices, the quicker and the better outcome you are
Yeah.
going to have.
So yeah, I completely agree with that. Consistency is so important. But consistency isn't, it doesn't, you're consistent. You're not, again, it's not every single perfection every moment. But over time, the consistency, it trains our mind, it trains our bodies, it trains our families, it trains our social situations to be expecting that consistency from us. So yeah, you have a bad day. And if it's all or nothing, of course you're going to binge. Well, you had one bite, you may as well have the whole tub of whatever the bite came from.
Right.
Now, I would be very careful, and I would be remiss if I didn't add this caveat to what we're saying here, Tami and Tom, in that for those of us and those of you in the community watching or listening to this that are struggling with a specific disorder or pathology or diagnosis or a specific health situation, in those cases, and like Dr. Esselstyn with heart disease, then strict adherence is optimal. It is something we strive for, just up until we've reversed or removed that disorder or dis-ease from our bodies, at which time we can be consistent, but not perfect. But if you're addressing heart disease or type 2 diabetes, you want to get off your medications, you have dysbiosis in the gut, you need to rebuild your microbiome. These are situations in which consistent and really strict adherence and commitment to a program are very beneficial and most important. But if you're just trying to be healthy, just stay healthy, enjoy that life, enjoy that balance, then go ahead and just enjoy it. And if it doesn't work out, say, okay, adjust your sails, go in a different direction, and be as kind to yourself as you are to others. Be as understanding with yourself as you are of others. Often it's easier for us to be understanding of other people's problems, issues, failures, pick your word, and we get really down on ourselves. Be kind, be patient with yourself, and allow yourself to just experience the journey rather than try to control it all the time. Just experience it fully.
Yeah, I like that. That's really good. That's really good. Thank you for sharing that. I have a question for you. Toby wants to know,
Yeah.
for anyone that's done the modified fasting program, I'm interested in the book club, but I'm wondering if it will conflict with the program meetups. I'm participating in the June 15th program.
All right. Well, definitely does not conflict because I am the moderator of the modified fasting programs and I am the moderator of the Body and Balance Book Club. So I most assuredly can't be at both meetings at the same time. The book club meets at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. You can pick a day. And the modified fasting program meets during those 10 days at 9:30 Pacific time. So the book club's an hour, then we have a little bit of a break, and then the modified fasting program meets. I hope that answers the question.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, hey, Tom, I'm wondering, is it time to bring Dominic on? And
You want to see the villa?
yeah, I do. Well, here's
Well,
what's
here's
gonna
why.
make it's going to make me sad that I
It
didn't
is. Yeah,
come.
I'm
Is
so
what it's gonna
sorry, but
do.
you know, we're going to be doing these retreats, and I know I had teased the modified fasting program group community with October retreat in California, and it is, but it's going to be 2023. So put your socks on, hang on, we're coming. We're going to have one in the United States next year, and then we'll be doing the Greek retreats as well. So stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, and I'm so excited about that. So Sia and I are talking about possibilities of where it could be
Yeah.
and different people that we can bring in, and it's going to be really awesome. I'm
It's going
excited.
to be great, Tami. We are going to have so much fun planning this and doing this. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
but we need that year.
Okay.
Yeah,
to
we do.
figure this
We
out.
do. Yeah.
So for screen management, ladies, I'm going to put this on speaker view. So as Dominic is talking to us, then he will grab the full screen. We'll get the best view of things. If you want to interject something about what he's showing us, jump in. Just know that your screen will grab the picture while you're talking, then it'll go back to him. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to mute myself then and just watch so I don't take
okay.
over his stuff.
All right. And
So
I got
hi, Dominic. And so for those that you are who are meeting Dominic for the first time, this is Sia's husband, and Tom and I had the pleasure of meeting both of them in person when we were in Greece in October. And you're looking mighty fine there, all tan and with your hat, Dominic.
Thank you, guys. So yes, it's still quite warm, and the sun is just going down over there. So I needed the Panama. I got burnt yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry you got burned.
So shall we begin?
Yes, please.
All right, I'm going to switch view, and there you can see Sia down by the pool.
Yeah.
With a beautiful relaxation area under retractable awnings, with some sun lounges in there. The pool is a lovely, I don't know about the non-metric, but it's 10 meters by 5. Very beautiful, lots of nice jets, resistant swimmer, and another relaxation area underneath there for you. We've been having a great time in there just to cool off because the water is nice and cool. And then we go into the hammam and jacuzzi, which is also down on that level. I will pan up now and you can see a bit of the view. We're looking out over the Saronic Gulf, or more properly the Aegean. And we are close to a town, which over here in the bay, which you can see through there, to the right of those trees is Anavissos. So we're down in the southeast of Athens. And here's just a view of the neighborhood. And the all-important Greek sun, which I will try not to blind you with. And down below me, I will just move position slightly. I will keep on Sia. We have some lounges. And this is where we have been eating dinner in the evenings, so we can see the sunset through the hill there, through the valley. I'll just move around a little more. And there it is. It comes complete with the cats. And one of them is lounging on one of the chairs down there. I don't know if you can see that, but right at the end of the right-hand branch of the tables. I mention that because Greece is well known for its cats, wild cats, and they just hang around everywhere. Okay, I'll move inside a little bit.
He's going to go in.
The The house comes fully loaded with balconies, and we have a dining room here. Again, just kind of back out to the windows. And most importantly for the retreat, a lot of it is about food. And this is one of our kitchens. And in here, you can see that Sia and others have been planting microgreens and sprouts. I'll get a bit closer to those for you. And we've got some fresh ones growing there. Now I will move. I'm going to go downstairs, and hopefully some of the 60 Living team are down here preparing dinner. The villa itself has 5 floors, 9 bedrooms. I won't take you to the bedrooms, obviously, in some of the other areas because it's private. But asked everybody whether they would be prepared to appear on YouTube on your program. And here we have Diane, who is hard at work, our senior chef for now. And this is the main kitchen. Full on facilities. There's a microwave oven over here. We have the induction hobs here. And again, a lovely view. I will just pop outside here and show you the view from this level. So it's a similar view. I will pan away from the sun, because that must be blinding. There's Sia a little closer in the pool. And again, got a nice little shot through the palm trees there. And here's a better view of our little dining area for the evening. All right, I will head back inside just to conclude the little tour. Oh, I should say, all sorts of things grow in Greece, including kumquats here. We have lemons further up the stairs towards the entrance gate, and lots of herbs and spices, but we've been getting those from home because they're in our garden. I just find that we have another here out onto the balcony. There's Diane again. And another little dining room, which we've been mostly using for card games, etc. in the evenings. And that's it. So I will head back up to the upper floor.
So on that floor that he's going to, the initial one that he showed, that's where we have our yoga as well. We had it by the pool initially.
Oh yes, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, but that's the yoga area. So we have yoga 3 times a week.
Nice. That was a wonderful tour, Dominic. I really enjoyed it. That kitchen looks amazing.
Ooh.
Some
Yeah,
good
it's
food going on in there.
There is another kitchen down on the ground floor, and then we have a -1 floor as well. So it really comes fully loaded with fridge freezers. So that's extremely helpful for the retreat and keeping the food fresh.
Yeah.
Nice. So do you think, will you do another retreat there next year, do you think?
Well, I don't know if we'll do at the same villa. We'll have to see availability and certain services and functions, make sure that we're meeting our needs. I have we might grow as a community a little bit more. Who knows? We might have more interest next year as things open up more and more and more, because this was kind of a rush. We started planning this last, I think, September.
Mhm.
And I'm already scouting different properties in Greece as well, so we can get kind of a few more amenities and stuff. But it's nice. We've got the jacuzzi and the hammam and the pool, and And the beach is just walking distance right down the road. So we spend the day down there yesterday with our stand-up paddle boards. One of the gentlemen staying at the retreat rented a small boat and drove groups to the islands nearby and went snorkeling and swimming near the little coves with nobody in them. And it was really quite special. So we're really trying to just spend really good times together and talk and connect and just be with one another in a positive environment where we can enjoy our adventures, our travels, and not have to worry about where are we going to eat? What are we going to eat? Is this okay? And, am I going to get sick when I go on holiday because I have salt, oil, sugar, and all of that stuff? So we just make sure that that's not an issue. We don't have to. Oh, and Tom, we did a picnic on the beach the
You
first
did.
weekend. Thought of you guys when we had our
Oh.
picnic together. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw pictures of that and that brought back memories.
Oh,
I was like, oh my gosh,
I
I wish
know.
I was there. That looked
It was so
amazing.
nice.
So
It
have you
was so
guys,
nice.
you've been taking turns cooking then, or you all cook together, or how
Yeah,
does it work?
it's amazing. We've got a chart up on the wall, lunch, dinner, the days of the week, and people are signing up. Like, I'll take Wednesday lunch and I'm making this and this and this. And then, whatever ingredients, they have to soak the beans or the grains or nuts for the recipes. They put them in jars, put their name on them. And then they're the head chef for that meal. And the rest of us who are around and available, I mean, not all at once, there are 12 of us. So 2 or 3 people say, okay, I'm going to sous chef for you. And so we've got our head chef for that meal. And then a couple of people helping. Chef, what do you need? Chop this, do this, boil this. And together we make the meal. And together we set the table. Together we eat. Together we clean up. Together we care for one another. We have one laundry. So we go around, listen, I'm putting a load in. What do you got? We're grabbing each other's clothes. And when they're coming out of the dryer, we're folding each other's clothes and putting it on the table. And we're just helping one another. I'm taking the garbages out. Can I take yours? Can I take yours? Community,
Yeah,
real
nice.
community. Yeah,
That is
it's really
so
beautiful, you
nice.
guys. It's really beautiful what's happening here this month. I wanted something like this. I had no idea how beautiful it really could be when a group of people consciously decide to come together to help, encourage, and share with one another. And this has been an amazing, amazing experience. And I'm looking forward to doing it again. Yeah,
Oh, good.
for sure.
Tiffany says that she thinks she could sleep in that beautiful kitchen.
I bet you could, darling. And maybe at the next time you will.
Maybe she will. She says it sounds like paradise. And then we have a question. The King's Child says, would a Greek island retreat be possible?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The thing is with location on a Greek island, it starts to limit what kinds of excursions you can have because you'd have to leave the island to have them. We're here by the sea, but we're on the mainland. So we can easily get to a variety of ports and a variety of islands. We can also easily get to Athens because, of course, people want to see the Parthenon. They want to go downtown and see Athens proper. So being on an island would limit those excursions. That said, a focused retreat of, say, a 2-week fasting nutrition retreat with yoga and meditation, something really focused, would really be conducive to having on an island and having that kind of separated existence. But what we were doing this month was just coming together as a group of friends, you see. It all started in book club when someone said, we should meet in Greece. And someone else said, hey, that's a good idea. And then a little whisper and a little whisper. And finally I said, should we do this? And so we did it. So here we are, a group of friends who met at True North and then have welcomed new friends from different areas of the world that have come through book club or through Nutmeg Notebook. And Diane is here because she saw us on Nutmeg Notebook, Tami. And, she's a warrior. She's an amazing woman. And she's come into our community and joined us and become one of us so very quickly. And we've just came together not for specific food or specific meditation. We came together as friends and community, and it's been really beautiful, really beautiful.
So how many of you have been there? I know you
In
had
total, I
people-
think, yeah, our largest number, I think, was 12, 13 in the house at once.
Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a lot. That's a lot of bodies.
It's a lot of bodies. It's a lot of food. You can't imagine the amount of fruit and veg that we've gone through. Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling.
That is so amazing.
Oh, it's been good. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have
Yeah.
any other questions, Tom? I'm gonna just check the
Yeah. Yeah. I can't
the-
see the chat, so yeah, sorry.
okay. Tiffany says she loves all the sprouting.
Oh, Tiffany, we did microgreens, we did sprouting. It's been so much fun. We've learned how to put the compost together and how to water it in the containers. And we've gone to my house and picked herbs from the garden and lemons from the tree and all. It's been really, really fun. Really fun, Tiffany. We would
Nice.
have liked to have had you here.
Sue is asking, how long was everyone there for?
Oh, good question. Sue, what we did is Dominic and I rented the villa for the entire month and then just said, okay, we're there, we've got it. You tell us the dates. So rather than trying to find 10 days where everybody could agree. So we rented it. And then there are a few people who are staying the entire month. A few people have come for like 2 weeks or 10 days. One lady came from the UK, a good friend of ours that we all met at True North. And she came for 6 days. So just hopped on over, had a little stay, and then hopped on back home. So whatever works out for their own schedules is how long they're with us.
And it's nice to be able to have that kind of flexibility.
It is. It is.
For
There's
people.
there's no way you can plan it otherwise, I think. I think it's just an easier way to bring everyone together.
Yeah, when you do the one in the US, are you thinking that you're going to do a whole month, or are you just going to do like a week or 2 weeks, or have you thought about the length of time?
Well, I don't know, Tami. I think we should talk about it.
Okay. Well, I wondered if you already
I
had
think a month. I mean, if I'm going to have to come all, from Greece. So
yeah,
I would
that's
like
a
to
long
come for a
haul.
full month and then allow people to book 10 days, 2 weeks, 5 days,
Yeah.
whatever works for them. And in that way, it also allows all of us to meet even more people and
Right.
connect even better. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
hope for a month.
So Tracy
Mhm.
Reese wants to know, if she uses 2 cups of water in a green smoothie, would she count that towards her daily water intake?
You can. I mean, especially if drinking a lot of water is kind of difficult initially for you, or you're not used to drinking 3 to 4 liters a day, then yeah, go ahead and count that. But eventually, when you're really comfortable with that nice maximum optimal water level, it would be nice to just put those 2 cups aside as bonus cups and focus on the water outside of those cups. But if it helps you to get all the water counted and feel good about the water content, definitely count it. Definitely. Because it's water and it's in you. So it
Yeah.
counts.
Good answer. The King's Child's asking, do Sia and Dominic live in Greece?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We live actually about 25 minutes from here.
Yeah, it was pretty close, because we
Yeah.
got to go to your house, and we drove over and saw the house that you're having the retreat into, and it's
That's right.
a beautiful neighborhood. So
Yes.
okay. All right. Well, Sia, this has been so much fun. Is there anything else that you want to share about anything that you
No.
have going on?
No, I think we talked about it. I mean, we're really excited. Like I said, there's a few spots open in the modified fasting programs. Book club starts in June for Your Body in Balance by Dr. Barnard. Amazing book about hormones and their impact on our health, and how our food choices impact our hormones, which impact our health. Men, women, this is a book for everyone. Carla Hoffman, again, I'm hoping to bring her and introduce you to her someday. She is creating a beautiful program to just slowly slip into the 6D way of life with balance and meditation and fasting and nutrition. And that's going to be available in August. And of course, Kathy's book club will begin in August. So listen, all this stuff's going to be on the website, guys. June 15th. Everything's going to be on the website, brand new. So check it out then. And if you're on our mailing list, if you're a member, you'll get a reminder saying that all the new events are up. Go and check them out and sign up. And you can always get in that description under YouTube, on the description on this page, and there's a contact. So go ahead and send me an email about anything. Let's chat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
send me
I
an
think
email.
that's
I'm
great.
right here. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to meet you. And let me know what we can do together. Let's have some fun.
Awesome.
That's
Thank you.
about it.
Um,
All
we
right.
had a-
Thank you, guys. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Nice to have you back.
Oh, thank you. We're happy to be back too.
Yeah.
Do you want to hang on in the chat room and we'll come back to you? But there was one question, and I don't, Larry Tadlock
Okay.
show says, I asked a question above on the first part of the stream, would love to hear how she navigates Greece. I don't know if that means the foods, how you navigate Jesse says, are you asking about how she navigates the Greek foods like
I
salty
think so. That was
olive,
the discussion earlier.
olive
Oh.
and oils? Can you just give us a answer on that?
Yeah. And you're right. Did you say Larry was asking the question? Is that right?
Oh, here's more information.
Okay.
Yes. I also live half the year in Greece. Heading back there next month. I do okay eating oil-free at home. And then I have 4 to 5 big Greek taverna meals where even though I ask for little or no oil, I end up eating some. So I do no overt fats when I get back for a month, and it clears up my liver.
Great plan.
Also overdo the amazing but salty olives. How do you manage all of that?
The same way you do, my friend. The same way you do. And you just explained it brilliantly. When you are here, you enjoy it. In other words, you are experiencing and enjoying life to the fullest. And that is wonderful. Good for you. And even better for you, when you go home, you really focus on cleansing out those oils because you know what they're doing in your body. I get that. I feel that. And I agree with that on all levels. To say, I love to go out with my friends. I love to go out to eat. And yeah, you can ask for no oil, but it's an anathema here. So it's really difficult to find that. Some may even get upset with you because their oil is so good. So they may be offended. But you do your best. You explain it your best. Fortunately, our cuisine in Greece is full of vegan options, natural to our cuisine, natural to our tables, in that it's cultural. We have a lot of vegan food in Greece. The salt, oil, sugar, salt, oil. The olives, I don't know. I don't usually have them. They're too hard to, sorry, go ahead, Tom.
I clearly remember buying at least a couple packages of very, very special Greek olives at the duty-free store. And I don't exactly recall what happened to those
They're
olives.
still here in the pantry. I haven't opened them yet.
Aha.
I haven't even opened them yet.
I have something to I'm going to have to think about that. Those had slipped my mind.
Yeah. And and like Larry said, just if you're going to have a couple of olives, just remember you did, and go ahead and have extra water, right? Let's flush that sodium through. Typically, Dominic and I don't keep olives in the house for that reason, because it's like Dr. Goldheimer's cashews. That's an olive to me. So I can't have the 4 or 5. So as Dr. Goldheimer says, then you can't have it. So I don't keep them in the house. But Larry, I will have an olive or 2 when I go out to eat. And then the next day I'll have extra water.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, perfection. It's not, somebody here said something funny and I really liked it. Perfection. It's not my jam. It's not what I do.
I liked that when you were saying that the other day. So
I heard it here. I thought it was great.
I love that. We were able to, we had a couple of meals in restaurants that when we were on excursions, because we were on the cruise in the Greek Isles, and they actually, the people who were putting together the excursions, they actually contacted the restaurants and got them to agree to make us some oil-free food.
Wow, that's great. That's wonderful.
But when we said that we were oil-free to anybody, they kind of like rolled their eyes and thought, why? Like, where did you come from? Like, Well,
I mean, we baptize our babies in oil. So yeah, what?
Yeah. So anyway, we are going to go ahead and sign off. This has been absolutely
Thank you so much.
wonderful. We're going to put you in the waiting room
Okay.
and say goodbye to everybody, and then we'll come back and talk to y'all.
All right. Thanks again. Nice to see everyone. I hope you have a wonderful summer. And yeah, welcome back, Tami and Tom. We all missed you.
Kathy
Thank
needs-
you.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye.
Okay. So thank you, everybody, for watching today. This has just been such a wonderful and special program today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And we are happy to be back. We are going to go on a summer schedule. We have lots of stuff going on and we need some
And we're
extra
working on the
time.
details of that.
Yeah, we're working on the details of that. We will send out what we finalize. We're still in negotiation. You want to come on screen with me, Tom? We're still negotiating amongst ourselves what that's going to look like, but we're thinking maybe like every other week that we'll do a live program
Yeah.
over
Yeah,
this summer.
We need more time to get in the YouTube world what we call as uploaded content, where Tammy's, addressing a specific issue or presenting a specific recipe or presentation. And so we need some time built in to offer the value added content. Lives are great. We really enjoy them, but we want to do a better job overall. So that's kind of the balance that we're trying to sort
Yeah,
out
but
right now.
we'll send out a newsletter in this
Just
next
make
week.
sure you're subscribed to nutmegnotebook.com and you will be informed.
That's right. So you can go to the blog, and if you are not subscribed, a pop-up will come up and you just put in your email address, and we try not to spam you. We try to only send one or maybe two
Well, I sent
emails.
two because,
You made a mistake, but
well, and it was a reminder, because on Sundays, we used to send one out in the morning to prompt people that the program was that afternoon.
right.
Well, now because we're so early, I have to do them the day before. And then if it was me, I would totally space it. So I'm experimenting with sending out that hour before prompter, down below in the comments. If you want to weigh in on that, I would appreciate it. So
That sounds
so,
great.
Yeah.
And we want to thank Jesse and Tiffany for being here and helping us today. And Randy, if you're watching the replay, hey, we're happy to be back. And thank you all for showing up today and supporting us and supporting Sia and Kathy and Dominic. So we're going to sign off. I'm Tami.
And I'm Tom.
And we help you get healthy and stay healthy. One meal at a time.
Thank you.
See you next time. Bye.